What up, awesome viewers? Rio Gian here. So today we're going to take a look at the, or talk about, we're not looking at much. I mean, you can look at this, but yeah, most likely it's going to be just me talking about stuff, so talking head mode. And okay, so Honor Magic V2 5G. This one has a lot of really good potential. There's a lot of stuff going on that I like to see here. So I like the form factor, that's for sure. The fact that it comes in not blue it's okay. These are the colors that it comes in. Yeah, so not blue, but all right. That's nitpicking. 231 grams. That's including the battery, which they really want to emphasize that. It's including a 5,000 milliamp battery. So that is something to take a note about. This one has a 6.43 inch outer display, which is going to be a lot thicker than this one. This one is really narrow. So this one is, ideally it's going to be like a normal phone when you fold it up. And it's 120 hertz both ways, so both the inner and outer display. 120 hertz. It's pretty much like this one here. So I think that's kind of standard now, right? Yeah, I think so. So with the latest version of Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and a 5,000 milliamp battery. The V2 Ultimate has 1 terabyte of storage. Somewhere along there. 1 terabyte. Yeah, 1 terabyte of storage. It has cameras. Are they good cameras? I don't know. But it has cameras. It should be relatively good. I mean, with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, that's a pretty good chip. So I think like a lot of the times these guys kind of depend on the chip for the good camera. So should be pretty good. 66 watt charging. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Man, if this thing supports a micro SD card, sold. It already kind of sold because 1 terabyte storage. That's really good. That's really good. So for me personally, it really just boils down to can it blow up to the TV? Because it's only available in China. Oh snap. Hopefully they launch a global version soon. What is the price anyways? $1,200? That's probably the 256 gigs. That's most likely the 256 gigs. So I'm guessing the 1 terabyte 1,500. That's pretty reasonable. 1,700. Hopefully not that reasonable. Oh well, yeah, actually, yeah, 1,700. Based on US mobile, which isn't that bad, because if you think about it, the highest tier version of the Honor Magic V2 is the lowest tier version of the Pixel Fold or the Fold 5. But when you really think about it, it may not have trade-ins. It may not even come to the US. So there's those two things to think about. Because a lot of people in the US use trade-ins, financing with carriers. At least that's what Easy Computer Solutions, or Tech Preacher now, changed his channel, told me. So if that's the case, it could be a pretty tough sell, because it's asking $1,200 up front or $1,700 up front. And depending on who you are, that's might not be that much of a big deal. But because it doesn't have financing, assuming it doesn't have financing, so unless we see a global release with the carriers and financing, it might not be that bad. Might not be that bad at all. But then again, we have the OnePlus, because I feel like the OnePlus Open, I believe so. That's how they're gonna go with that particular direction naming scheme. It's just a name. So the OnePlus Open starts at $1,500, assuming it has 1 terabyte of storage as well. So the jump in terms of the Magic V2 S Honors V2 Magic Fold went from $1,200 to $1,700. It's a $500 jump. So I can imagine that the OnePlus Open with 1 terabyte of storage, because that's the one I'm gonna go for first. Emulation gaming. So we're looking at $2,000. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. But there's that. So I honestly think the biggest competition for this particular device is gonna be the OnePlus Open, because if the OnePlus Open can blow it up to the TV and has 1 terabyte of storage, the battery is only like 200 milliamps smaller, so that's not that big of a deal. It's gonna be tough, because I think people know OnePlus more now, because OnePlus has been with carriers now. They have T-Mobile, which is a really big carrier too. So I feel like that's the toughest competition there. It's the OnePlus Open. It's not the Fold 5. Certainly not the Pixel Fold, because those ones are not like gone. The hotness is over. I think, has the hotness for the Fold 5 even begun? Something to think about. But yes, I feel like the OnePlus Open is the biggest competition for this particular phone, and it makes a lot of sense, because the only real downside is 200 milliamp hours battery, and that's pretty much it. Because this one has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 as well. So good chip, good chip. It's the chip that fixed the heating problem with the Sony Xperia phones. So it did that, which is great. Yeah. Overall, that's pretty much it. Besides that, it does everything else that the OnePlus Open does. Maybe the OnePlus Open is probably thicker, like heavier. That could be it. But come on, most likely you're probably gonna put a case on it, because I feel like you would, because it's an expensive phone. You don't want to drop it or anything like that. So most likely put a case on it. It's most likely gonna be really heavy anyway, so it's probably it. 16 gigs of RAM. I think that's the most one, right? I think the Fold is like 12. Mine is 12. Mine is probably 12. I don't remember mine. It's probably 12. So 7.92 inches in the opening screen. There are some good numbers there. Great numbers there. I'll probably get it in black. Like I said, I don't have blue. September. Alright. Okay, so it's already out in the China market. So looks like, based on our comments in the GSM arena, saying that it's gonna be in Europe September, which is the same time the OnePlus Open is. What an interesting time to be in a market for a folding phone. Too bad I'm not. Because I feel like this is fine. This hasn't break yet. This hasn't like fully break. This needs to fully like just not work for me to be in the market again. But if you're in the market for a folding phone, it's a great time for you. It is a fantastic time for you. So yeah, enjoy it, shop around, hopefully you find the right one. Comment down below, let me know which one you end up getting. If you watch this sometime in the future, maybe more competition, 6,000 milliamp hour battery, micro SD card slot. Nah, probably not. Probably not micro SD card. 6,000 milliamp hour battery. With cause they do, I saw the commercial for the phone. Like the battery is really razor thin, little bit battery size. So maybe they can do 6,000 milliamp. If they can, that'd be great. Like that would be fantastic if they can. So definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts and feelings on the Magic V2 Fold. It's a pretty nice phone. It's gonna have some competition. It's a great time to be in the market for a foldable. Anyways, you're new, click subscribe, the bell, thumbs up for more content. That's pretty much it. Comment. And you guys stay awesome.